What's going on, Jake Jones? How you doing this evening, my man?
Awesome. Awesome.
Buddy, man, I'm really happy to see you, man. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Last time we talked, we were talking to Kelly and Flat Earth Dave, and then we talked to Awesome Austin on the Mellow Dome. That was fantastic. We got to talk to the guys at IRM, and they're coming back with their 420 thing coming up pretty soon, and that's awesome. And you and I got something we're working on too. And I know that there's some extra people that have been following my Flat Earth, or I'm sorry, Big Skinny Mathew YouTube page. And God, I appreciate the hell out of that. I've taken all my next level content down and I'm going to start to redistribute it where it goes. So please continue to like Big Skinny Mathew's YouTube. But what you're going to see there is you're going to see some TikToks and promos and things like that for what Big Skinny, the Big Skinny Show has coming up. And you're going to see some information towards that. Then you're also going to see links to our Patreon, which we are working on right now because we're going to have some next level content and some esoteric and cultist teaching that's only going to be available on our Patreon. And Jake Jones, my friend here, has got some amazing stuff he's going to melt our minds with too. This is going to be a really good time, but we're coming up on our next show. We're going to do the reveal of my spiritual interpretation of our realm that we live in, and Flat Earth Jake Jones his physical and scientific review of it. And what I think is really amazing about this is when you're dealing with somebody like Jake, you're dealing with somebody that really actually has a scientific and mathematical mindset. He was a distiller. He understands things at a level that most people don't. And so the things that he brings into it are fantastic and awesome. And I always really appreciate what he has to say and his insight and learning from him. And it's amazing to me coming from the mindset that I do, which, you know, you can find more about that with, Big Skinny Mathew on TikTok and more channels coming up very, 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 very soon, by the way. I just think that I don't think there's another place for you to go to find the kind of, content you're going to find here. So I'm gonna give this over to Jake from Intellectual Ketchup, my partner on the Big Skinny Show, Jake Jones.
Thank you, Mathew. You brought up a good word, distill. You say distill. I said Pandora's box. I mean, we are literally opening Pandora's box, and I'm not kidding. You know, we had this conversation the other day. The things that you and I are going to be coming out with have me really worried that a black van's going to show up and one day and I'm going to get it taken away. I'm not kidding. We're going to have things we're sharing that we decided tonight we're just going to play them on YouTube, and we're going to mute out the aspects that we know YouTube will censor. And if you want to get that muted content, which will be, a few seconds here and there when it gets muted, if you want to see it unmuted, you're going to have to go to our Patreon. And then we're going to also be doing Rumble and Rockfin and other
Patreon is
channels.
not set up as of tonight, but it will be within the next week.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. Yeah. So if you go to Patreon, it's not set up, just go back again. It will be.
So the main point of this promo video tonight is to promote our April 30th. Did we decide 10:30 or 11?
10:30 Central Time.
So 10:30 Central Time, April 30th, Saturday.
Saturday morning, 10:30
Saturday
a.m.
morning. Mathew and I are have finally, and this is what we've been working on for so long. We're going to compare both our models, and then we're going to work on coming together on a model that we both agree on, and we're going to have your input. We want everyone's input on it as well. But he's coming from the spiritual side, I'm coming from the science side, and then I'm reviewing, I'm looking at texts and manuscripts, back to 500 BC and everything else. So I'm looking at what the old astronomers and old, textbooks say, and I'm comparing that to the new. And there's a lot of information we're going to be sharing. But the bottom line, what we want you guys to know tonight is that our April 30th show is going to be a rapid fire. We're going to be just laying on the steaming hot gravy, just throwing it out at you, and we'll try to participate in the chats. But it's going to be a live stream where he's going to cover his, I'm going to cover mine, and we're going to both converse about it real quickly, and we're going to try to wrap that up into a 2-hour show. I mean, we could literally go for 10 hours if we wanted to, but we're going to do that in 2 hours, rapid fire. And then we're going to have a series. It's going to be at least 3 more shows. We're going to break down some of the most important aspects, and then we're going to continue breaking those down. Right, Matthew?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think we're going to probably get Kelly Knighting back on too. You know, a U.S. sumo champion, Kelly Knighting, who went through the ringer with Flat Earth Dave on our first show, which was an amazing show, by the way. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
when you and I get together and we talk, right now, Jake and I are for the Big Skinny. Our big conversation and our mantra is quality over quantity. So when we bring you a show, we want it to be worth your time. And, you know, I mean, I see a lot of you guys on chats every night, and there's a lot of great content out there, and there's a lot of folks that we support. You know, we're really happy to support IRM, really happy to support the Melodome, really happy to support Flat Earth Dave. I'm really happy to support Michelle L. And they're doing their channel. I'm really happy to support J Dreamer Z or whatever that dude's
And
name.
Globebusters,
Globebusters,
Bob and
yes,
Cammy,
absolutely, the OG Globebusters, Austin Wissett, all those amazing
Witsett. Oh man, of course,
all those amazing people that have been out there in the trenches working. Yeah, dude, support the hell out of them. Yeah. We just want to come in with something that is working on the job that they've already done and just bringing it a little bit further, because we've been in these trenches for a long time. And this awakening that's happening is beautiful. It's amazing. It's fantastic. And so our bottom line is that we think we have something interesting, and we feel like we have a charge, a responsibility to bring our point of view forward. And we hope that it enhances the knowledge that everybody who listens to our show has. You don't have to agree with us. If you don't agree with us, talk to us. Tell us your thoughts and your ideas, because we can learn from you, because we're all in this together, and we want to know what everybody thinks, what everybody believes, and we want to consider it. We want to discuss those things with you too. So interact with us as much as you can. When you see us on social media, like it, share it, comment, send us a message. Find us at, bigskinny.cc, bigskinnycc@gmail.com is our email address. Get a hold of us. Tell us your thoughts. Tell us what you're thinking. We would love to talk to you, love to meet you, and possibly love to have you on our show. If you got some good stuff to bring, let us know. We'll hear you out.
You know, back to what I was saying about we're going to have to hammer through all of these aspects, right, of your model and mine, and combining the two. And you and I are going to basically be overlaid right on each other. I think that it's going to be really close. But
we say that, but we don't know yet.
We don't know yet, but I think it's going to be. I mean, it's going to be close. We just have to move some things, shift some things, some ideas. But it could be completely mind-blowing for you and I. Yeah, well,
each of us, it could completely disrupt each of us and go. Yeah, and each of us could potentially come back and go, holy crap.
That's what we've been doing for years now, and we're just willing. We've basically decided we're going to come out and lay it all out, lay all the cards out, right? Get audience participation. And my point I'm trying to get to is that all our aspects, each aspect that has brought us to these conclusions in our minds and our theories has been distilled down to a deeper extent. And we're going to lay some things out. People are going to go, oh, what? That point? You're crazy. And you might be wrong if you come back and see how we distilled it down. So that's all I'm going to say.
From a false dichotomy standpoint.
Right. That's it.
That's the thing is like in Twisted, I think in Twisted in the Truth are all these false dichotomy lies that send you to your specific chemical reward based on your epistemology.
Right.
And like the deception is just, wow. The deception is incredible.
Right.
Incredible.
So many levels. And everyone knows this. It just it's like you realize it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. The levels of deception.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the amount, but
and so this right there, we're getting into kind of a pigeonhole where that kind of content is going to be on our Patreon. And what we want to do with Patreon, here's what we want to work on with Patreon is we just want to work on a very small monthly support. We just want you to say, here's a couple of bucks a month. I want to join in your conversation. And the only reason we're asking for it is just to support the work that we're doing. It's not to do anything other than that. We just want to support the work that we're doing because we think it's important.
Well,
And
people
we
don't
think it
know the
has
time
merit.
that we
We think it
spend.
has merit. So as of today, this moment, we don't have the content on Patreon that we're going to have. And if any of you engages either of us individually, we will never hold back information from you and say, here, subscribe to our Patreon. We will work with anybody on an individual level with the entirety of what the information that we have and share it. We're not going to hold information back for Patreon or anything like that. Information is free and it's vital, and we should all be trying to find it and distill it and discern it and be a part of the light is what we should do.
Well, I mean, the bottom line is that you and I have suffered financially for the last, I don't know how many months and years. And now for us to ramp it up and actually spend the time to do a daily or weekly show, we've literally, we're going in the hole. And the only people who understand that are content creators. And so our friends who are in the content creation side of things, they totally get it. But there's a lot of people who don't understand and think that it's just not fair that they have to pay. And what Matthew's saying is that we're going to have some things that are censored, that we have to censor, that we're going to be offering up on our Patreon side anyway. So we can't put them on YouTube. So if you go over there, you pay $5 a month, you're going to get.
So when Jake says stuff about the beep or the beep,
right? That's
all.
You
got to find that on Patreon.
And we're going to have T-shirts, and we both have art that we're going to have on T-shirts and things like that you can purchase a shirt, so you get a product. And you know, it's just pennies from heaven when we get that. And that's not what this promo is about. The promo is about the fact that we're going to do a show on the 30th, right after Awesome Austin's show, if he's got a show on the 30th, Saturday morning. And so we're going to be on Awesome Austin's show.
The Melodome Awake and Bake.
Yeah. So we'll be on his show in the chats.
I've chimed in a few times. They were great shows. It's a great spot. And there's a lot of great people that chime in for it. He's got people exercising, listening to him. I mean, like, yeah, nice. he's bringing a lot of great positive love into the world. And so he's doing a good job. In my opinion, he's doing great. I think he's fantastic.
Well, Matthew, thanks for doing this quick promo with me. I think we covered everything. We're going to wrap it up, guys, and we'll see you on the 30th. Between now and then, you guys can always reach us at bigskinnycc@gmail.
bigskinnycc@gmail.com is the email address. You can find the YouTube channel right now at bigskinny.cc, and eventually we'll have all of our links so you can reach us. But you know, folks, check us out on TikTok at bigskinnymatt on TikTok, and Intellectual Ketchup on TikTok. Right. Also, you know, you can find Big Skinny on Facebook if anybody is still using Facebook, you know, right? Yeah. And, you know, and YouTube's getting that way too, but we've got a lot of work ahead of us. Jake and I have been doing a whole lot of work getting this set up, and we're going to be probably releasing also on Patreon some esoteric and occultic teaching on creationism and things that are kind of next level stuff that you're not really going to find anywhere else, that we're digging up from old books that we're going through. And so we've got some stuff that you're not going to find anywhere else that we both think is valid. And yeah, and so you'll get that with a Patreon subscription as well. And so once that's up and running, I promise you, we're going to make a big fuss out of it. We're going to tell everybody that we got everything up going. You know, go ahead and subscribe.
Once we do this show, Matthew, I keep telling Matthew this. Once we do this show, we could literally do 10 hours a day shows. We could just do show if we both had the time. Oh,
man,
right? Like I mean, it's just going to be the Pandora's box is open. The cat's out of the bag. Here's the realm. Here's how we believe the realm. Here's why, and here's the proof. And we're going to be proving it show after show after show.
You can't escape it. You can't escape true. Hey, Jake, I love you, man.
Love you too, brother.
For our show.
Peace, guys.
Hey, man.
Hey.
You guys be blessed.
We'll see you all on the 30th at Saturday at 10:30 a.m.
Central Standard Time, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time,
And
10:30 a.m. April 30th, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Big Skinny will do their True Earth Realm Federation reveal.
there you go, on the bogus, based on the bogus Gregorian calendar, right? Anyway,
Anyway,
okay.
yeah,
We'll see you guys there.
That's another story.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show,
Jake's
right? Okay.
He's trying to open up Patreon right now.
Okay.
Right,
Good night, guys.
Hashtag
Bye.
buy Jake a sandwich. All right. Later on.